Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual living room. It is your girl Lovey, and we are back with another week's recap of Married at First Sight, season 14, episode. Is this 5? It is episode 5 already. All right. Well, we trucking and we only on day 2 of the marriage. All right.
Day 3.
Right. Oh, Lord Jesus, can we
Which
move
they
this
said
along?
1,000 times. It's only been 3 days. It's only been
Oh
3
my
days.
gosh.
Oh
But
my
like to
God,
us,
it's
it
day
has been an
3 and that
eternity.
girl is acting like that.
3
It will-
days and 3 I love yous or falling in love. This is a record.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you can see, we got the gang on here, minus one. We got Iva. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey girl, hey.
Belinda. Hello.
Hello.
And Lori. What it do, boo?
Hello, hello.
And Kenyon is out today. He'll be back next week. So we got a lot to dive into. Let me see. Where do I want to start? Elijah Wan.
Mm.
So you ran a test on Katina just to see how she would respond to working out. We playing games? Because that's a
To
game
see
to
if
me.
she was
Yeah.
that was awkward. He's a little interesting.
A little.
He's a little
But
intense.
interesting, I mean, a whole weirdo.
Mhm.
I wasn't really feeling that. I'm not with the games. I've never been with the games. Even in my 20s, I just was never with it. Just cut the shit and get to what you got to say and how you feel. Okay.
Yeah.
And number 2 with Katina proves my point. I said this a couple of episodes ago. Katina does not work out because those action shots that you were getting in the matchmaking episode, they didn't look real. And this girl sat up here and complained about doing that simple ass exercise. You
It was
sitting
the way
down.
that he was
arms.
acting about it, though.
Yeah, he was on my nerves with that.
I mean, he
Yeah.
take it slow. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. This is very serious. I would have left.
Yeah. Don't drop it or
I
I'm
would-
take my ring off. What?
You know what? Let me give it to you because I'm about to go.
But it
This is
seemed
my
like she was
element.
complaining though.
I think it
She
took her
was.
aback about how serious he was.
And I couldn't remember. I was like, is he the personal trainer too? Because why are you taking this so literally?
Is he a fireman?
No,
you get enough?
girl, he ain't no deal.
No.
He worked for the
He
water
does something that-
company.
Yeah, I was gonna say he works for the state, but I forget what
The
capacity.
water company. That's right.
What he do? Read the meters?
I don't know. I used to work do the HR work.
I
the
did
water
you pass
company.
up?
Mm-hmm.
You can't see him reading the meters?
Mm-mm.
Well, they don't read meters
Climbing
anymore.
poles.
Oh, they don't?
No, the
Oh.
meters read themselves.
Yeah, it's all digital.
Yes,
Oh,
I worked
okay.
for the water company while I was pregnant with Matthew. Well, I
Oh,
worked
so
for the
that's why
city.
my bill be so high.
Yeah, the
I
meters
need-
read themselves now.
I need the personal touch. Them computers be adding on a couple
Somebody
of extra
that mess it
gallons.
You need human error.
Yeah.
All right.
Error.
Well, let's go ahead and start with them.
Okay, let's start with them. So what y'all thinking? Yay, we still on the yay, they're gonna work out? I think so because they seem really bonded, but in a weird way.
I still don't. I think he's in it. Like
Wasn't it weird?
he thinks he wants it so bad. I don't think his heart is really into it, but I think his mindset is that I'm determined to make this work, much like Michael. But Elijah Wan is like, y'all
Intense.
he is very intense, and you so caught up in the honeymoon. You just on the honeymoon, boo. And I very
can't believe this is
seriously,
the woman they put in front of me.
oh my God, I very seriously doubt that you've had a long-term relationship with all this damn hoeing you have done in the past. Belinda, I thought we was gonna get an answer to your question. Isaac, what have you done, beloved?
Well, he had evidently had sex with the mother and her daughter.
Yes.
And
We
did you
saw
hear
that.
him tell the story about it?
And he passed
I don't
the
know how much I
test.
believe it. It sounded a little shaky. Sounded a
Yeah.
little shaky, baby.
No, I like way believe it.
I don't
Is your
know.
mama young enough to want to have sex with a young boy, but she don't drive?
Oh,
I was a little thrown back on that one.
oh,
Right.
I didn't think about it
wasn't
like that,
adding
but
up.
that does make sense.
He didn't ever
I
say
don't
she
know.
was young. He said she was the mama.
And looked young. Something about
It
looked
was
young or like
something
younger.
about the mother, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not here for it.
And then the girl slept over at the cousin house.
And were
But
you
knew
trying to get back at them? Like, was
with the
that your way of
mama
getting back at them? I was
and
confused.
still wanted to.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's messy. He
And
messy.
you're not that hot in these streets to make me want no.
Oh, oh, oh,
And you're not that cute, really. You're
oh.
corny.
Sometimes it doesn't take being cute.
At all.
You ain't got to make that face though. Fix your
It's the
face.
it's the mounds
I
and
don't
the
like the
almond
chick.
joy.
Yep.
It's the mounds and
He long and strong down there. Okay.
I don't know. The yellow and yellow make clear, so he wouldn't have been my type anyway.
Lori, how do you feel about these two so far? I can't.
Well, first of all, I kind of feel Katina on the cuddling. I want to cuddle my husband, but my husband and I don't cuddle because he's also kind of just hot. You know, his body radiates heat, and so she's like, "Oh, I really want to cuddle, but yeah, we got to work on that sweating." So I felt them on that, and that felt like, you know, like real life. You know, because sometimes you get lost in, you know, is this scripted or they doing something that seemed real, so that was cute. But I hands down, if we fast forward to the boat, I just want to give an applause to Katina for what she said. She's like, I'm not my husband. So let me tell you, you triggered yourself, and how she laid it down. I think she kept her composure very well. But then, of course, Alyssa's all up in the mix. So I'm just thinking, oh
my
go sit your
God.
butt down. So, but
She lost credibility when she befriended Alyssa to me. I was like, okay, now I don't like you either. Now, how about that? You guilty by association. Because now
Yeah.
I don't like you either.
But the thing is, I don't think that they know what Alyssa, they don't know what each other is doing. They can see, the times that they've been together. Think about it as a group. They haven't been together that many times. They've been doing separate things. And then when they get together, they can see, okay, we can see there's a separation, but they still didn't even say anything. They just were like, we're just not vibing right now. That's the part. I think they're really gonna find out how deep it is next week when they're all sitting there and she just starts going off and
yeah, well, at the after party, you could tell a couple of things. But you could tell that Katina is still friends with Alyssa and had Alyssa's back when, in some of those questions, and saying that, she's a good person and good heart and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm with Lindsay on that. You can't say you're a good person and act the way that you are. And you also can't say that you're a good person.
Right.
People let people figure that out by your actions. So
I
Mhm.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
let
agree.
me tell you where I lost Katina. Okay.
Mm.
If you can't convey your feelings without getting into a big ass huff to where you got to walk away, I have a problem with you. Because why did it take for Jasmina to give a full breakdown of what the actual issue was? So
Mhm.
I get that you're young, baby girl. I get it. And it comes with age, it comes with time. You learn to be able to conduct yourself in a manner to where you're able to sit down and have a conversation with someone who you may not necessarily like. But and then she made another comment that I did not like when she was like, I'm not here to make friends. I came here for a husband. Okay, I get it. However, no one else understands what you're going through other than the people that's in this group. So
yeah.
you're gonna make friends. Hello?
Yeah.
I don't like her. It's still a no for me. I can't.
I don't know. I don't know. I I don't know. I see them working, but then I see his intensity and I see his ADD all over the place. His ADD is definitely apparent. And like I see him as he has this ideation. Oh, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. I mean, he wearing it out, Jack. He is like, what you this is the person that they put in before me, and where have you been all my life? And I'm so glad I found you. And I'm like, bruh, okay, I get it. I'm a romantic. Might not sound like it right now, but I am a romantic. But sometimes you just gotta call it like some of that just be crap. That's cap. Some of that is cap. I think the way he says it, maybe it just comes off as disingenuous to me. Is that it? Could be it? Okay.
He's watched a lot of good movies.
He wants it so bad, I believe. And I see that he wants to do the protection and he wants to do that. I think he also wants to put her in a box and put her on a shelf too, like she's a porcelain doll, and that's not going to work for her.
The whole I'm crying and I'm feeling some kind of way and blah blah blah. I was like, that's a little heavy. And if I didn't know any better, I would think that maybe you're doing this so we can hurry up and get to the sex. Because it was weird to me.
It's not too far-fetched for him.
No, it's not. It was weird to me. I was like, what is happening? Why are you crying? Like, I think it would have been a little bit of a turn off. And then for her to do it too, now I really felt like she was faking. I was like, you really just doing it because he said it, and you don't want to seem mean. And, we got this Instagram thing I'm trying to get when this is all over with. So we gotta really be in love.
There was alcohol on board, both of them. Because both of them, he was tipsy, his eyes was running. She was like, hey, you guys got me crying on TV. I'm like, yeah, y'all should have waited to do those interviews, or y'all should have caught them earlier before they was doing their arm curls. So
I think that they are caught in the middle of the romanticism of being on a honeymoon. So yeah, it's like everything is great, everything is beautiful right now, and we're only 3 days in. So I guess if there was ever a time for them to be in the moment, as I'm always asking them to be, now would be the time. Yes. But in the back of my mind, if I were in that position, I'd be like, okay, but at the end of the day, we're going to have to go home. How is life going to be after this? So, I mean, I get it. I get it, but I don't get it. But they're not going to work. I'm sorry. And I don't know, did anyone catch when she called him and how he answered the phone, how he addressed her? Did anyone catch that?
No.
What did he
I couldn't
say?
understand
He
it.
said, hey, love.
Oh, he said, hey, love. Okay.
No, what I thought you were going to say is what I did catch is that they let Katina call Elijah one for him to tell the story about the mom and daughter story. But when Lindsay said something about Mark, I guess about the romantic dinner situation, Keisha said, we'll get Mark's side next time. So why couldn't she call Mark too, on the phone since we're calling the husband?
They're not together, Lori.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm like.
I picked up on his body language when he was on the after party. And I was like, something ain't right. They're not still together. They're not there. Okay, so while we're here, let's go ahead and transition to
his
them.
eyes.
I think every time I see him, I think about you, Iva, because I'm like, yeah, there go his eyes. Does he not remind you of like he would be a woman, like a pretty woman?
Oh.
Something about him is a little feminine in the face, like kind of pretty.
It's the eyebrows. He gets his eyebrows
It may be the eyebrows. His eyebrows are perfect.
Yeah, perfectly done.
You could, especially that night of the wedding. Oh, you could tell they had.
We said that. Remember,
tended them.
He still had the red marks up here. Remember from when he went to the shop? They was freshly. They was threaded. He was still red from getting them threaded.
I was like looking at him. I was like, he would make a pretty woman. I could see him in drag. That's funny though. But all right, mock the shock. First off, we did not address the elephant or the goldfish in the room last week.
Oh, do not say what you about to say.
Who travels with a whole suitcase?
When she mentioned something about putting them in the bowl like cereal.
That's what I thought she was gonna say.
Who does that?
Who does that? That's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
And then she asked him, who hurt him? Who hurt you? I'll get you back right. We're gonna get you. He was like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay, Mark. The shock with the goldfish. All right.
Suitcase full, which we did miss that.
Suitcase full. Yes.
Suitcase full. It was goldfish and Teddy Grahams. Get it right.
Oh,
some Teddy Grahams too.
And
he had like about 8 bags. Like, did you see on the
dresser
counter? Yeah, on the dresser, it was like 3 or 4 bags that were empty. So you just toss them back. Something got to be wrong.
Yes. That's not. What is your sodium count, sir?
I was just about to say your sodium intake is off the
Right.
charts.
What are your levels like, sir? I cannot.
I was
Okay.
just thinking about that. I was like, I wonder what would happen if he let them go. Like, would he lose weight? Like, what? How
He
would
might
this
not
affect
be
him?
as swollen because he's puffy.
Mhm.
He wouldn't be as swollen. He would lose a lot of water weight.
Mhm.
crazy.
I think that was one of the, I call them warning labels, that the friends and family tell the other at the wedding or the, the brunch the next day. I'm trying to remember the context of the conversation, but they were hinting that maybe she could get him right, healthy wise and stuff, because he consumed some things that is not good for his blood pressure and his heart. So
Okay.
Wow.
But yet here you are passing judgment on me because I enjoy 3 bottles of wine.
To the neck,
Is
though?
that normal?
Gee
That's not
whiz.
normal. 3 bottles. Okay, I thought it was so nice and polite the way he said, we can make pina coladas and not have that many and have some food. Like he have some, don't get drunk today. Like he was really being polite about the way he tried to put that out there. Like, let's put more
Because
juice.
he was trying to have some food. He was trying to because she's on the liquid diet. He was trying to be nice, like you said, because he didn't want her to get drunk. Because I think he was trying to see if things would be different, if they would still have as many altercations, or if that's just her, when she's on the sauce, or if that's just her. Are we gonna get in altercations when you sober? I don't agree with what he did at that dinner, though. I mean, I don't want to say I don't agree with it. I understand it because that fool burning out. He is burning out. She is burning him
Then
out.
say that. Do
Yeah,
not
but,
be sitting up here giving me a Zach talk. Zach from Mindy.
He was
Remember
trying
how Zach
to
used to just talk in circles. I'm like, would you just come out and say, look, I don't like when you get drunk because since we've been here, you have been in 2 separate altercations. Just
he
get
did
it
say
out.
that, though. No, he did say that, but I'm talking about when he said the pump your brakes part. That kind of got me, especially now that we know that they've been intimate, and they have been intimate twice that day already.
3
No,
times.
3 times.
3
Good
times.
Lord, anniversary.
I thought it was in the morning and the afternoon, right?
And then right before
dinner.
Oh God, I missed that one. But yeah, and now you want to pump your brakes. Now I feel how she was hurt, and I knew she was going to shut down. So I do understand that part, from her, and I get it. And he was oblivious, like, what's wrong? You're not going to get the right answer. But
no, it was his explanation. The way he was talking to her, I was like, does he not understand that he's talking to a woman of intellect? And I appreciate the fact that she was just like, okay, and what? Okay, and what? And what are you trying to say? I was like,
yeah, what do you
right,
want from
push
me?
him. I saw in her eyes, I was like, oh, she gonna keep it coming. And as soon as she was able to say, yeah, I'm done, she gonna shut down. Cause now you trying to play me.
Yeah.
Oh, but then she made sure she also threw some stuff out there for him too, though. She's like, if you want me to calm down, I'm kind of matching you, boo. So stop blowing up the toilet and farting and all this stuff in front of me.
With the door open.
Yeah.
So she's like, though.
Well, as she said in the after party, she's like, if you want me to be demure, then you need to, act the same. So she's like, I didn't know what he wanted, but
that was a lot. That was a lot. Like I was like, he doing all that 3 days in? Like you just came with full, like that might be why you might be single, because that's a turnoff. Like,
well, did you catch that he said that his ex had issues with drinking too, though? So I'm thinking
Yes,
this is the trigger.
Yeah. I said this. I thought the same thing. That's why I was going to say about his end. I understand where he was going with it, but trying to, dance around it. But at the same time, you kind of picked a bad time, sir, because we just did it in the whole 9. So what, you want me to scale back on what? But you still want to do it, probably.
Right. That could have been a continued part of their conversation where he was asking her to scale back a little bit on the drinking. Hey, mind cutting back a little bit on the drinking, because that's a little bit of a trigger for me, because I have an ex-girlfriend who drank a lot, blah, 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 blah. But you choose to disclose that information later on in the day, I don't get that. That's my biggest pet peeve. A man who cannot tell me how he feels. Don't
And you,
dance.
girl, well then you got a lot of pet peeves. That's damn near everybody. Shoot.
No, I had it in Mister. And when I tell
Oh
you
my gosh.
it was
Woo.
straight to the face, no chaser, and where you had no other choice but to be like, oh, okay.
Been there.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, Sammy Sunshine, not so much. Previous life, oh, who have a seat?
yeah,
Let's talk.
yeah, yeah. So it happens. There are people out there like that, and I appreciate it because okay, hey, I appreciate you being upfront with me. I'm gonna deal with it for a minute, and then we gonna discuss. But yeah, Mark, I don't know, boo. I
He
don't
turned
know.
into Mark the Shark when he was making them drinks, though. He was kind of smooth with his little drinks. He put his little
With
sunglasses on.
Yeah.
He turned
with
into
the-
the whole cocktail. I'm like, I remember
Yep.
that movie.
yes, I was like, I equated it to the Top Gun music. I was like, they playing
Yeah.
Top Gun
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
especially when
That
he
is
put the
funny.
shades on.
Yes.
Right. He put his shades on, everything. He was ready. I was like, okay.
Mhm,
He was kind of gigging.
okay.
Funny.
All right, Mark the Shark. I don't know what to say about
You
you.
know what to say. He was he had bad timing, especially
Mhm.
after she said at after party how he had been hyping up the romantic date all day. You kind of could have waited till the next day or something, sir. That kind of was like the bad time to do it, I believe. That dress she
Unless,
had on was pretty. Sorry.
yeah,
The dress
it
was
was
cute.
pretty.
Not for us girls with the boobs. Y'all have to
Yeah,
put a tank top under there. But the dress
right.
was cute. I
Well,
like the flowiness
she
of
has
it.
the tatas too, but
Mm-hmm.
It
they were
worked.
in there.
Right.
Yeah.
She did something right.
I'm thinking what happened though is that he was planning this romantic dinner and he was hyping it up. He might have lessened up the hype after that boat ride because I think he's upset or he's getting upset because of the conflict with the other couples.
I could see
So
that.
it's potential, that, again, like she even said, there's three sides to the truth, hers, his, and then the truth. So I'm thinking somewhere in the middle of between their stories that they're talking about, everything was all hunky dory until that boat ride.
Who is hunky dory?
Mhm.
Okay, I get that. So what would explain them getting it in before dinner? So then that would have been for selfish gain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selfish. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Hmm.
the only girl.
Or maybe that's
Maybe
the only
he was
way he can shut
trying
her up.
or maybe she
Probably
But
started
maybe
with
so.
him and maybe he's
does
gonna
it?
turn it down. How do we
Does
know
it?
he initiated it? Because could you imagine if he would have said no? Oh, all hell would have broke loose right then. What do you mean no? We just started doing this. You tired of me already? It would have been a
She
problem.
said
So
we just
if,
started doing this.
right, this is new. What do you mean?
Okay.
So I could imagine if he would have been like, nah, I'm good. Oh, all smoke. It would have been hell to pay the captain, like my mama says.
Okay. All right. All right. So Michael and just Jasmine. I always want to call her Justina.
Okay, so me and Kenya went on and said it. I kept trying to be polite and call it princess.
She bougie.
I could see where there could be a little B in there.
You can
Oh.
see.
Mm-hmm.
You just now seeing that?
Right, right. I was saying princess and trying to be nice, but I was like, oh yeah, she could be a little bitch. Now, why? What was their argument? The argument made no sense to me because I'm like, she definitely did not cut you off. She was just saying how she was feeling about the situation. So I was confusion about that. And
I thought he took a
we have-
breath.
right, he took right. Nobody
He
interrupted you,
did.
boo boo, and they're talking to us. So I get to speak when you speak when people are speaking to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did notice in that clip though, when he was talking and he kind of took a breath, she went to scratch her nose or something. So maybe in his peripheral, he thought she was like doing something with her hands. Because then he looked at her. And then I think when she saw that he kind of looked, she's like, oh, I could speak up or something. Because if you go back and you look at that, I don't think she
Mhm.
cut him off. But
don't
I
think
also
so either.
think, I think there was this total misunderstanding of he's thinking she's interrupting using hand gestures or something. And then kind of looks at her and she's thinking she's got the okay. So it shouldn't have been a big deal though, honestly.
It shouldn't have.
And I know I had said originally, Jasmine is my girl. She still is, but she's still beautiful, stunning, and poised, and I still want to be her friend. But yeah, she needs to calm down a little bit in the relationship part.
Both of them do though. They're
Yeah.
both a little wound up, and they're fighting right now. They're not choosing their battles since they don't know each other. They're not choosing their like. I understand where she says, I'm not going to apologize the way that you want me to, because I've said that to somebody before too. And the fact that he was like, well, you saying that, I apologize if that hurt your feelings. That's not a real apology. I was like, but that's what you're gonna get, because I don't apologize for what I said, but I apologize if that's how you felt,
But
I mean,
technically, that's not an apology.
because she
That's
was
just
not apologizing.
no, but I'm
She
saying,
said
but
it. She
but
wasn't apologizing.
but her argument was that there's nothing wrong with saying that when
Just
technically
don't
there is.
apologize. Right. If you don't feel like you interrupt him, then don't apologize at all. And let's
Yeah.
have that conversation. But
Mhm.
don't pretend.
think-
But I don't like when people say, "I'm sorry you felt like that too." I don't too much care for it
Mhm,
because that's not a real apology. So if
mhm.
that's how
It's
you
just
feel though, then just don't say, don't give me an apology at all. I'm good on that. Argue
It's
your point. Tell me why you don't feel as though you were wrong.
Yeah, and I agree. It's not really an apology, but I think someone's also, you're trying to be somewhat polite. Like,
I think so too.
I'm sorry you took it that way. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you heard it that way. I wasn't trying, to put it that way or say it that way. But because then the next alternative is if you can't say that, if that's not an apology, then you're basically just saying sorry, not sorry, and that's a whole other argument because that triggers
Yeah.
people too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that she was going off the deep end though when she was like, and he's disrespect. He will not speak to me disrespectfully. And I was like, unless it was something off camera, because what he was saying, he was kind of stern with it. His accent was coming out, boy. When he was at that table, his accent was coming out. I can tell that that's when he gets upset or something. But they both need to loosen up. They're both a little tightly wound and they're guarding their feelings. They're trying to open up, but then they're guarding their feelings. And somebody steps on a crack, and now they're we're back. I'm rolled back up into my snail, my turtle or my snail shell. Just like if you're gonna be there, just be there. Just
Yeah.
calm down.
What do I say? Be in the moment. Be in the
Be here
moment.
now.
That's it.
Again, the warning label that the family gave Jasmina is also in play here. And I'm with you, Lovey. You said this is somebody said, and I think it was Lovey, that they should hold off on that meeting. They shouldn't be talking to them so soon.
I said
Maybe.
that.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right.
I don't like
Kudos to you. I think
it.
I feel like they still do need to meet them, but I think the type of conversations and that they're having and that I believe the production is making them do is creating this. And again, they're creating it for the show, so I guess they're good for them. But previously, during earlier on in the social experiment, and I keep referencing that because I feel like that was the true social experience
Mhm.
was earlier on. Now we get parts of it, not all of it. But the earlier on, they would meet with the family after the honeymoon and after they had moved in and had like a housewarming get together and then have those conversations. I feel like they kind of need to do that as well. You could still say hi, hi and hello at the wedding and stuff. I'm not saying, lock them in a closet or anything, but let's hold on to some of those conversations and those AKA warning labels until later.
Well,
I agree.
they do. They have the meet and greets with family or friends after the honeymoon, after they come back. It may not necessarily be the same set of people, but they do have that interaction with them, like in a social setting at the house or something, where they are able to pull that person to the side and be like, okay, how's it going? Okay, so this is what you need to look for, and blah 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 blah. But it seems like this season, it's more forthcoming than ever because it's like everybody has pointed out the worst of everyone. And it's just like, dang, I have nothing to really figure. I mean, thanks for the warning, but I have nothing to kind of figure out for myself or to allow that person to tell me about it.
Clearly, they're prompting them to ask that question. They know in hell they all thought, well, tell me what's their downfall? Like they're prompting them all to ask that question. And then we're not dealing with people that are mature enough to deal with the answer and take it just as a, yeah, okay, I'll see for myself. Don't let it be a seed that's planted. I don't think we have people that are mature enough to do that. And then the other thing I thought about with this couple is they put them together because they both supposedly had or did have traumatic childhoods. Like he had all the deaths. She had, the mom that left and then the dad, and then you got adopted by this lady. But the difference is
Not this lady.
well, excuse me. But anyway,
Her
the difference
stepmama.
is, yeah, this the lady. No, seriously though. But the difference is that she's healed and he's not. So you put them together, and that's probably the reason why every little thing bothers him and why he's so, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because he's lost so much and he probably has not been through anybody's counseling. So then
Oh
in
no.
turn, he doesn't know how to handle this. Right. So he really needs to do some work, and y'all quit hooking people up on these trauma bonds.
Yeah.
Because that's messed up.
Hello, I said that when Jacqueline was with Ryan after a year and a half after losing her fiance. That's not enough time.
And she still had all
But
that
then
stuff
Ryan
in
have
the
a death too,
storage.
but that's what they going by. Like, oh, you had some fucked up stuff to happen to you, and she has fucked up stuff happen to her. Let's put them together. No.
I don't know. Michael, it is very apparent that you have not done the work to kind of heal yourself. Because especially when you suffer back-to-back loss, and I could definitely speak to this, it does put you in a mindset where you just like, well, shit, who is next? What's gonna happen? Something bad has to happen because everything has blown up in my face. So I get it. And I guess it puts how I felt about him more last week, more so into perspective this week. But you got to do the work because when you suffer losses back to back like that, you do have a different outlook on life. Like tomorrow is definitely not promised. I'm about to live my life how I want it. I don't care how you feel. I'm about to do me. Okay. Life is too precious. Life is too short. I'm about to live it up. And that's where he needs to be. He needs to kind of move in that direction. So maybe she can, I don't know, maybe the experts are thinking that she can help him get there. Like you said, Belinda, she's healed and maybe she can help him out to get to that place a little bit faster, but he still needs to sit down with some counsel for real.
I don't know you well enough to heal you. That's a lot of pressure to say, I'm going to fix this man. And I damn sure hope you did not put me with somebody so I can be his therapist.
Right. I came here so that I didn't have to. I was tired of doing Build a Bear. That's why I came to Married at First Sight.
Right. I might as well kept getting flued out.
Shoot. Sorry.
Sad Build a Bear. I can't. That's exactly how hairy he is. He is a bear.
Oh my God, did you see that? Oh, we would have been like, so do they have a spa here on site so we can get this done? If not, I'm getting ready to shave your shoulders myself. That was so gross. It gave me the willies. I hate it.
He is a bear. I am a bear, Damon. Oh my God. Yeah. Did we cringe like that with Gil? Because Gil was hairy.
Did Gil have hair all on his shoulders and stuff like that?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it was on his shoulders.
No.
It was on his chest.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
Who was it? It
no.
was no. Or was it Zach? Oh no, it was Zach. I'm sorry. He was hairy.
Yeah, his looked like the doll from Bingo that you go like this and the hair goes and it stick up. That's how Zach's hair looks like Wolverine.
Yeah, Michael. I don't know, boo. You're gonna have to work on yourself, like for real. I really want Jasmina to stop pointing out all of his flaws.
I do too.
Can you?
Yeah, because I was just like, girl, if you come in here one more time about this is what you've done and not point out something good that's been happening, then he gonna feel like, well, why am I here, ma'am? And I need these women to reciprocate these compliments.
They be like, thank you.
Right.
like what's his name? Like Steve with Noy.
Okay, is that where we going
Okay.
next? Are we done with them? Are we done with Jasmine and Mike?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Steve and Noy. Lord Jesus. She is really in the moment, okay? If no one else is in the moment, she is in the moment. She was like, this is paradise and I love
They set her up again. Did you see? She was talking to him and they were like,
No,
don't tell him.
you didn't have to tell.
And-
No, right? You didn't have to tell him that, silly girl. Tricks are for kids,
They
and you
just went
fell right
because she
for
went
it.
and did it.
You silly rabbit. They just asked me a question, and he was like, "Okay, that music, shady music, man."
like
But
it's
I
been
do
3
like
days.
how he handled it. He didn't just
He
leave
did.
it. He could have just been like, thank you, and moved on.
That would have been me.
Because
But
Steve is a
he
grown
did well.
man.
He did really well. Like he came back and was like, what? You know, like, girl, now you know that was too much. So I like how they discussed it. I was really proud of them.
She was molded. She was molded.
Oh my gosh. Poor Noy, Lord. And she was all in her feelings too. Like, well, okay. That's all you got to say?
I had to pause it, y'all. I cracked up so tough. I cracked up so tough. When he looked okay, I said, oh.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart. It's okay, Noy.
But again, it's where I was like, okay, you're making it apparent there's some producers in the background that is,
Sick of it.
is steering the stuff up.
I'm sick of it. I don't like it.
We'll talk about that when we get to the tornado too, because they were stirring that pot with that girl.
Oh.
With the tornado, but we'll keep talking about Noe. I'm sorry, y'all.
So
I had to stop. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, that one was the big moment too, when he was like, okay, but I do like how they handled it and talked about it and things like that. But the other moment that they had is when she said she doesn't like camping. Did you see Steve's face? He's like,
okay.
Because if it was up to him, they would have stayed on that island. When they went over there on the island on the boat, he would have stayed. He'd been like, pick me up tomorrow.
Right.
Okay. Married at first sight contestants.
Right.
You have to put it all on the table in the beginning.
No, I need you to be open. To some things that your partner enjoys. Everything is not about you.
Or pretend as though you do.
Right. I may not necessarily.
Like it's a trade-off. But go ahead.
Yeah, it is. I may not be a fan of football. I don't understand football. But if you want to go to a game, man, I'll go to a game. I got my phone. I got some food. I'll clock in and see what's going on. But
and with y'all gonna get some good seats too if you go.
Right. You want me by your side? I'll be by your side. That's fine. Come on.
It was true story. That is an exact true story. Because how many of them old sorry Falcons games did I sit through? Because he had season tickets and then he dressed me up like some kind of little kid. I'm going with a big old hat on my head that don't fit me. The Falcons leggings he done bought. And I'm just like, oh Lord, take me now. I hate it here.
But you look like you were enjoying it.
Right. Oh, this is wonderful, baby. We hollering, I'm all late. You know, everybody else that sat back down. I'm clapping, and that ain't us, but that ain't our score. That was somebody else.
Missing the wave.
So, yes, I missed the wave, the swag surf. I'm up there like, wait, we doing that now? Hold on, let me put the phone down. Like it was terrible, horrible. But I did drink to get through it. And I never said I hated it. Never did I say it till today that he knows that I didn't want to walk around with the Falcons leggings on. But it's what you do. Like I was just like, have y'all ever dated? A lot of this explains why y'all asses are single.
Yeah.
Hey. Dear Married at First Sight contestants.
Not contestants.
Your antics in high school does not contribute to what you are doing as an adult and you're over 30. Okay? Steve, you cheated on a girl in high school.
No, that was Noy.
That was Noy.
Okay. No, whatever. Noy, Steve.
That's not cheating because you're young.
You don't know Jack. Okay. Now, if you say you cheated when you over you 30 and up, okay, then we need to revisit some stuff. Okay. I would even give Elijah a pass because you're not 30 yet. You almost there, but you still in the demographic of the shafuggery. Okay. I'll let you have that. You get a pass. But as soon as you hit 30, what's going on, beloved?
That's who you are, right?
Mm-hmm. So that don't
I
count.
don't know.
Stop saying
They
it
kill
back
me
in
with the
high
high
school.
school stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, if you refer to your high school relationship in as a part of your dating history, because y'all didn't even date, y'all went together.
Mhm.
In
Well,
high school,
girl,
we just go together, and we don't even know where we were going.
Mhm.
So no,
girl.
Mm-hmm. So that is your advice from your auntie Lovey, your aunties. Okay, this is the auntie corner tonight.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was just about to say.
what
Auntie
would
Cycle.
auntie say? Auntie say, high school shit don't count.
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
And
still important to
swimming.
know how to treat people with
It
respect.
is.
Right.
But relationships, you're too young for that. Enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
there's exceptions. I know a few
Mm.
exceptions of
Uh-oh.
high school sweethearts that are still married after 40, some 25, some 40 years. So I know it happens,
Woo.
but
Was
it's a
it
rarity these
was
days.
it
It wasn't an easy feat
blissful?
though.
Right. Was
Yeah,
it? Oh.
The whole time,
yeah.
or is that what they told y'all?
They're
'Cause
still together and they're like
yeah,
couple
they
goals.
stay together. They just do a lot during that time that they together.
hmm Like mothers and daughters. Like Elijah.
But
Like
like you said,
not turning down if they bring a third in.
we forgot
Why
about that.
everybody looked at him like he had two heads?
Okay, so let's go back to that because yeah,
Was,
we forgot about that.
was that a cultural thing that only the black couples were sitting there going, "Oh, okay," and understood it? Everyone else looked at him like he had three heads. I
I
mean,
think it
I
was the
didn't say
fact
I
that you
agree
said
with
it
it.
so soon. It's that you
What
said it so soon. I
that
think that was the
if
issue.
my wife brought somebody that he was like, if she brought her, why would I turn it down? I just thought he was talking in a regular conversation. You know what I mean? He was just in a regular conversation.
No, I'm saying all of us have known each other for how many days? Did they keep reminding us?
3.
So 3 days into your new marriage to a stranger who doesn't know you from Adam to know how serious this is. Is he going to ask me for a threesome? Am I supposed to bring people home? I think that it was a little too soon, too much too soon. You can't show all your cards.
Y'all playing that damn game. That's where it started from. And when she asked me, she said, "Oh, have you ever had a threesome?" He said, "Oh, of course." And they all and those couples started laughing, right? And then she said, "Oh, so but we're not doing that." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then she said, "Well, but if she offered it to you," he's like, "Yeah, if my wife offered it to me, yeah, I would take it." Am I crazy? Everybody's like, "Oh,
That's still too soon. The conversation should have ended.
mhm.
Have you ever had a threesome? Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Okay, bet.
right." And
That's
boom.
it.
And
Mhm.
But
scene.
right, but it was the extension of yeah, if
Mother
she brought
daughter.
somebody home, I ain't gonna turn it down. What man gonna turn it down? That's something that me and you need to be talking about. You don't need to be discussing that in front of everybody else. Okay, no matter
True.
how she may feel, because that puts her on the spot. Like, oh well,
Mhm.
what would you do, beloved?
So
Mm-mm.
is this the same? This is the same game that the other episodes did
Last
on their
season,
honeymoon. Yeah, on
Mhm.
several seasons. I
When
And
think
every
they did
Val,
time
it.
somebody gets mad about somebody saying they cheated.
yeah,
Hmm
Yep. Yep.
because Val was the one that cheated, right? The last time.
And
Yeah.
old punk ass Johnny, oh, she's a cheater. Shut up. Stupid.
Alyssa, shut up, Alyssa.
So yeah. Okay, Elijah Wine. Yeah, we skirted over that one, but we got you, boo. I saw you.
Who
Nasty
came
ass.
back? Who get you?
Oh, we missed it. I had the note of where he said, "I guess it's off the table."
He sure did.
I
She was
fell
like,
over on that one.
yes. She was like, yes, yes, it is. He was like, okay, well, at least I know. And he
She
and he
is
went
really
right on.
committed to this wig.
She never pulled it up. She won't put it in a ponytail. She won't twist it over to the side. She is going to leave this wig in its place, in its original form at all times.
No, she rolled it. Remember, she tied it in a knot in the back, and that's how she put her. Remember what she did the first time? But you're right. She keeps pulling it so she can have that part. She don't want to miss that part, honey.
Yeah, And we ain't seen her in no
It's not
water.
sewn down. Like
I'm
I
sure
am
it is
confused.
because I haven't seen it move. I'm pretty sure it's sewn down.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm confused.
Yeah, we
But
all
she
confused
got
about that.
braids
But
now.
she's
Let's keep
committed.
those.
hmm She's committed to it. Hey,
Mhm.
I got you. I see you, boo.
I'm sure she paid a lot for it.
I
Stephen
don't know about
Noy.
that, Odessa.
Anything else?
They were the second couple to talk about poop.
Yeah.
I thought that
Oh,
conversation that was really cute where they were talking about that and then talking about meetings and stuff.
yes.
That was a good laughter moment for me.
I like that. And I like
Very
that
cute.
that she picked up on what it was, She's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, so are we comfortable or what are we doing? And that was funny.
Oh, is that what she said? Well, yeah, let's just wait a little while longer in our marriage. Is that what she said? That something along those lines?
And he said he wanted to know when it was time for him to go to him. Or what do you say, Lori? Take a meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
take a
take a
meeting.
meeting. I like
Yeah, I gotta
that.
take a meeting, yeah.
It's funny because me and my friend, we have a long standing running joke, probably like 27 years, where she'd be like, "Ooh, I need to go sit down." And I'm gonna never forget the first time she said, I was like, "Well, there go a chair right there." She's like, "No, I need to go sit down." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "No, girl, I gotta go shit." Oh, so now we like, "Oh, I gotta go to the back." "Oh, you gotta go sit down."
And to see a man about a horse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's cute. I like that. I gotta go have a meeting. Mm-hmm.
And then
Their
also
time
how
in the
they
pool was so intimate.
yeah.
Like really, really. Like I was like, that was deep. Like they were in love, all cuddled up in the pool and spinning all around and
She's so
extra
little.
close and all bonded. What made me want to be in Kenya, but like I want a pool. We didn't do that in the pool on our honeymoon. It was nice. I thought that was sweet. What is these faces?
I mean, it was nice. It was sweet. I'm just we laughing at you, baby.
No. I'm concerned about Noy because she just seems so immature. Do you like kissing me?
Oh, no, the
On a
conversation
scale
sucked.
on 1 to
No.
10. What?
He kept saying that. Okay, lovey dog, kill everything.
Is that not what we're here for? We're to analyze this, right?
Physical intimacy of being that close was good for bonding. Now, what the hell she was talking about? I think I probably didn't hear her because Kayan and I were talking about the physical intimacy of them spinning around in the water. So maybe that's what we missed. But yes, I do recall her keep talking about how much
50
does
to
he like to
100.
kiss her. Yeah.
She said on a scale from 1 to 100, that fool said between
Yeah.
50 and 100.
I hope she doesn't wear him out, but he seems okay. But if this continues, I can easily see him saying, "We okay, all right?" Damn.
She seems
So like Martin, like, I will
puppish.
marry you. Damn, Gina.
Gina? Yeah.
She seems so puppish. She
So
probably got a
what?
lot of Hello Kitty at home too, huh?
Okay,
No,
next.
she got a lot of
Nope.
bucket hats.
Yeah, that too. Like, is it just me or does she seem a little immature?
No, I agree.
No, but I think she's a little. I don't want to say. Well, I was gonna say naive. That's all I was. But I guess I will go with the immaturity. Yeah. Okay. Well, 3 for immature. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. The ayes have it.
Oh, it's just that just warmed me out and then just taking me back. I was like, "Oh, Johnny would not like her."
Ooh.
Oh, not without that wine and the baby talk. Oh, baby.
Oh.
It would have been some smoke. He would have left.
He'd have been like, not this
Talking
again.
about, call my mama.
Not this
My
again.
mama
Oh,
tell her come pick me up.
are we talking about mamas? Have we finished with Noe and Steve?
I
What
think
you
that's
guys
all.
say?
Oh yeah, Alyssa's mom.
Oh Lord, please don't call that woman handsome no more, Belinda. So
I didn't want to, so he made me cough. So I can't say it.
okay, so yeah, let's hit it. Alyssa and Chris.
Ugh.
Chris.
Okay, so I knew she was gonna say something about him with his shirt off.
Oh yeah,
I
of
must
course, shady
say,
cameraman.
he definitely stuck out even when they were on the island and all the guys were like huddled up. I was like, wow, we couldn't have just ran through a little tanner bed or something because he was so petty. Just bless his little heart.
That's not what she was talking about.
Oh, I know. It had nothing to do with how pale he was. It just was not. I knew that was going to happen. Like I was like, oh, and here it is. Damn it! You're not helping me. Help you. But yeah.
But you know, I kind of like the dad bod kind of people,
Oh, you
but
know, clearly I do too.
but and then he's not the only one. You know, him and Mark the Shark. You know,
Knock
but
the
the other guys, they're all fit and everything. But so at least the cameraman can't focus only on Chris.
Mhm.
Of
Mark
Yeah,
those.
but
looked
the cameraman
solid,
was
though.
real shady when he was sitting up there buckling up to go scuba diving.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Oh, swimming is not an activity. I want to pop her in the forehead.
Paddleboard is an activity.
She was
Okay.
bone
Because
ass
I don't
dry
have.
when she got out that water too.
Yeah,
Because she didn't fall.
I
Right. And
really
she is.
don't like this girl. Like it's
I
hard to watch.
don't.
Why,
I
Belinda?
don't.
She's a nice person.
Oh my
Nice
God.
people don't have to say they're nice. I said that myself when
Lindsay,
I'm completely with you, Lindsay. Because nice people don't have to tell you they're nice
you let
or
other
a
people
good
say it.
person. I'm a good person. Shut up.
Like she's trying to convince somebody. She only trying to convince
Herself.
herself.
Herself. She's
But
trying to
she's.
make me look bad on TV. Well,
Oh,
she
that
do shit
pissed
to
me
make you
off.
look bad on TV.
No, you
Right.
doing it yourself. That pissed me off. I'm not having a good time. Can you tell him not to come over here, please? I was so
Yeah.
hurt. I was
I
hurt
was
for
too.
him. He
Me
doesn't
too.
even know. So now you got people walking over there to tell she doesn't want you by. Who knows what they told him?
Yeah.
She doesn't want you by her. So now you just standing over there like, so first of all, I done already went by myself, which that should look fun. Oh, it looks so fun.
That did.
But
I was like, do you have to swim to scuba dive like that? Because I can't swim, but I want to do it.
they would have probably put a vest on you like they did him, or I want to do the thing where you're in the cage too.
Yeah.
Where I want to, but anyway, so he's coming up, like I've already had to do this by myself. So now I'm coming to tell you, oh, how much fun it was. But I can't even can you have him not come? Like he's done something. That's what I'm saying. What he oh,
Yeah.
she is
She's
on my
annoying.
nerves.
Producer thing. I want them out of the picture. Stop being a part of it. Make her ass get up. Get up. Pack up your salad and leave if you don't want him to come to you. But I'm not about to go tell him that shit. Breaking a damn third wall. No, he's done nothing to you. I could understand if he pushed you down and called you a bitch or smacked you or something. But the producers need to stay out of it. I hate this. I'm like, okay, if this is what we're gonna do, where they're intervening, we already had the girl way back with the
Henry.
other little boy. What was the girl that didn't have a job, lived in a car?
Christina, right?
Yeah,
the homeless chick.
We already did this for her. She's like, look, I can't have a conversation with him. Don't remind me that I'm watching a reality TV scripted ass show. It's supposed to be real.
A what?
A scripted ass show. Scripted reality TV.
Unreal.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. And then
quit catering to her because y'all know she acting
yeah.
ugly.
Yeah. She's playing the
your damn
victim.
self.
What's wrong? My mom, I'm so mad at her. She says, I don't want to come off like that on TV. I need to be careful. Just do it, Alyssa. Just do it, Alyssa. I don't want to be by him. I don't like it. Oh, girl.
And it's like he's not going to hurt you. I'm pretty sure you may have gone. Look, do you like all them construction workers at your job? All 32 of them?
78.
18. How many? 40 was like 40 something. It was something really small. But them little people, do you like every one of them? Then why can't you just interact with him like you would any other person?
Right. Just treat him as a regular person. You may not be into him, but at the end of the day, he is a person that deserves respect. Just like you demand respect, give him that same thing. And she talking about, I'm trying to be the bigger person. Of what, sweetie? Because you're creating this. Y'all talk about Lindsay creating a situation. She has created a whole entire situation, a storyline, and everything else in between. And this man still don't really know what he knows that she's not attracted to him. I mean, because she was literally going down the list of this is what I told the experts that I wanted, and then this is what I needed. And he was like, well, what was it that you told him that you wanted?
I'm glad he's asking these questions
A
too.
man with a
Yeah.
damn lion
Eagle.
tattooed, and then I turned
Right.
around and said
To
it was eagle.
eagle.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Right.
I was feeling Steve because he is a little cutie, and there we go.
And,
I had a
and
problem
no,
with
and
that.
y'all want to see Noi not be immature?
You
When
hear
she
me?
jumping
You
all
gonna
over
turn on
Alyssa's
noisy,
ass. You better
right?
say it.
Play with it if you want,
Play with it if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Play with it if you want to.
because
Early-
her and Sriracha will pull you all the way together. So
Say that.
Yeah. So
So you can-
Alyssa had said something else too. She's like, I'm wondering why this is happening to me. Why me?
Say that, please, Lori. That's the
I
first thing I
threw
wrote.
something in the air when she said that. I was like, really?
Yes.
Really? And
To
then
me.
then we find out that she had a very specific list of
That's her.
prerequisites.
Because her psychic told her.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
kudos to Chris though for still living his best life and doing things. I'm
Mhm.
I need the producers to get out of the way and put us all of our misery. Not to mention for Chris, for his professional, career, and then even for her, she may, who knows, be a good person, but we're not going to know if she stays on this show.
Right. And I think that she may be a good person, just not to him.
I
You're
don't
not
think
being a
so.
good person to him at all. And with the to me, I was with you, Lori. If I'm telling you, I was looking for my receipt for my insurance for this TV because I was gonna throw something at it. I promise you. When she kept saying that to me and why me and what did I do to deserve it? What, girl? I will stab you through this TV. I'm sorry. She irritates me because she's just being
Yeah.
oh.
And then
Ugh.
so my other take on this is when she was having the meltdown that she's mad at her mom and her mom is is basically coaching her, through the situation and, probably also coaching her to like, just give him a shot, spend some time with him, just get out there, go swim, do
Mhm.
stuff with him.
Mhm.
And obviously, again, three sides of the story. She's not going to say that on the camera, right? But but she says that you don't want to come across a certain way. Oh, well, I
On
guess you can't
TV.
hide ugly because you're being really ugly towards him. You're not even
Mhm.
asking him what's your favorite food, favorite color. These are basic things that you can do when you're meeting someone for the first time, even as a
Basic.
friend. It's
Yep.
just basic. What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of sports or
Something.
whatever?
Right.
She started being nasty, in my opinion. She started being nasty at the altar.
Hmm.
Mhm. When
Mhm.
she wouldn't
Because
even
when
move close enough to even take her vows.
yes,
Mhm.
and then when he was like, how are you today? You look fine. All right. I was like, oh, she does not like what she see. Of course, shady cameraman, was pointing on those teeth. And I said, she probably looking at him and and I'm fine. Hello. And
Yeah, his teeth are a lot more prominent now. I can see
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
hmm
Oh, and the shady
But
But
cameraman
that's
was also
fixable.
there for her vows when the family was like, we would like you to know about Alyssa. And if something is wrong, her face tells it all. Zoom into her face, or she's rolling her eyes or whatever.
hmm hmm I mean, I wouldn't want somebody to go because of course, we are here for the juice. But I'm with BB. Like when she said the other season, somebody, where is his mama? Come get your son.
Come
Get
pick up your kid. And
come pick
his
up.
mama seemed like she'll do it. She'll be like,
But
I
I
told
do
your ass don't do that. I told your ass don't go on the show.
right. But I do like that he is actually like putting her feet to the fire when he called her out on the balcony about, do you think that you're in this, or are you calling me a liar? Yeah. Oh my God, he just called me a liar. Oh my God. And he was like, I'm okay, I'm done with that. Then when he's about to ask her next week, about this, I'm also glad too that after we see all that explosive stuff next week, hopefully we get as explosive as we think it's gonna be. Chris is gonna be on the after party. Y'all know it's only gonna be 2 people on the after party next week.
Is it
I
Uh,
didn't get to see that.
I thought there was 3, but
It's only Chris and it's one more person.
Lindsay, right?
Lindsay.
And we know that
I
Lindsay
can
doesn't
see
like
how.
Alyssa.
Right. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yes, it's
I can
only
see how he was kind of like smirking, laughing at her when she was talking about the psychic.
she
That
was
was funny to
upset.
me. And I was like, and I know to her, she's like, this is what they were talking about him being condescending. No, you really sound stupid
Yeah.
right now. The lady took your money. You got. The lady took your money, honey.
Right. Dion took your money, honey.
Right. Right. Miss Cleo done took your
Miss
money.
Cleo, Latoya.
Right.
Okay,
Lord.
She was very specific. And then y'all see these pictures floating around with her and this big muscle bound person. They're covering up the face with one of those smiley face emojis. But evidently she likes really, really, really muscled up people with all the veins and stuff going on.
Right,
So,
but what have they done? They've discarded her. She
pretty
has
much.
been. I'm serious, and I don't like to say this about other women, but I think that she has been a little run through. She has said that she, oh, I dated this. It's nothing wrong with dating people. I've dated everyone, and they just this and that. I said it last week. The type of person that she wants would not want her, and they didn't. Just like Johnny, the type of person that she wants, they would not want her. But Married at First Sight, y'all did it again because y'all getting on my nerves with these damn matches.
Yep.
Y'all did it again. Stop giving these people, I know what they may need, but you still need to give them something in their attraction zone. Stop giving these people just what they need. Well, oh, she wants this, but it hasn't worked for her. Well, we're going to give her someone with a dad bod and sharp teeth, and he's going to, no. When she specifically said, stop it, Lovey. When she specifically said, I want, oh my goodness, Lovey, stop it. But, anyway, I'm sorry. I can't talk about her anymore. She irritates me so much. And he's so nice. Like, I damn near want to be like, keeping it funky. I need one of the husbands to pull him aside and be like, bruh, go talk to the chick over there. She look cool.
Right.
I mean,
it's like, come on.
Women are always all over these
We've
resorts,
been here for 3 days. We've been here for 3 days. So it's early enough to jump ship, bruh. Go talk to her. Go enjoy your vacation. Stop swimming by yourself. Swim by yourself on camera. Actually, don't swim by yourself on camera. Let her. Oh, now he's entertaining other people. Yeah, boo boo, you go do the same.
Right, because you don't want. I really want Chris to be like, you know what? You can have all of my ass that you are so displeased with. Don't say nothing to me. You go about your way. But that's cute. Like you said, Iva, at least he is holding her to the fire by asking questions. But I hope with the preview for next week's episode where he asks, I need to know if you're completely out, and then it's going to be dead. Like it's going to be completely done. Because like you said, Belinda, why are you going to subject him to that?
That's not fair. That's not fair. Not for TV. Like at some point we have to just do the right thing. And no matter how much you think it's cute on TV, it's not. And it's going to be really hard to watch because it already is.
Because these are people's lives. I really
hope that they give him the pass and say, okay, we're done. Now go down to the lobby and pick out about 3 girls and go on and do your thing.
Right. Exactly. So go have a nice time. I mean, we know you're not broke. Buy a couple of drinks. Have a good time. Go chill. When the dudes go something. I mean, I'm actually condoning this. At this point, this is not cheating, my dude. This is not cheating.
When I said that Michaela and Zach needed to be together, y'all looked at me like I was crazy. And I said that they needed to be introduced on the honeymoon. Y'all remember when I said
be
that?
Introduced on what?
The honeymoon. Because Michaela was stuck up in the room. I was like, oh, have her go hang out with Gil. Y'all don't remember when I said that?
I understand. Well, you know what? Yeah, because at that time, old girl was acting a fool too.
Yeah, she was.
It's all fake. I mean, how are we, it's not in the Lord's way. It's really a piece of paper.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Chris.
He need to get one. Once he gets back on that plane, he need to rip that paper up.
I'll start asking about the annulment now. Be like, so how do I get out of this today?
Yeah.
Like, y'all not going to subject me to this. Sue me. I'm sorry.
Look, if Janet could be married to James,
is the obligation that they have to stay in this process.
If Mary,
but that's California though. California annulment is a year.
Oh.
It goes by state. Hmm.
We gotta look and see. This is where we need Brown to be investigating. What's the Boston rule?
Right.
But
Hmm.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate here because Lord, I'm ready for us to be done with Alyssa. I don't want to see her on the episodes anymore, but I really feel like they set us up as viewers to expect that next week is going to be the last week. But what's going to happen is he's going to ask that question, are you all out? And she's going to say what she said again. I want us to get the best out of this experience that we can during the time that we have. And that time is what, 8 weeks? They get 8 weeks or
Mhm.
6 weeks. So she's basically saying, we're painfully going to get through this for 8 weeks. But I think somebody needs to say, nope, that's not good enough.
Elijah won't go say it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I am totally wrong, but I feel like sometimes they set us up to expect that this is going to be the end, and it's not. But hopefully
No,
the
she's
end is
there.
near.
No,
Oh,
I'm
they
with you. I'm
definitely
with
gonna
you.
stay together. They're gonna
She's there.
continue it.
And they're gonna be in a
Yeah, they're not
two-bedroom
gonna end
apartment.
it.
Hmm Just
And
like
She
all
some
those
either
other
gonna
two-bedroom.
go
couples.
home or they'll be there together and she just act the fool
Yeah.
and try to make this man miserable. And he's not gonna go home. If he puts up with her and continues to engage her foolishness on this honeymoon, then he gonna do it the whole damn time. Every season has to have a villain, and I guess this is time is her. That's what T.I. said, right? Every story need a villain. I guess it just might have to be me.
Well, I'm thinking the villain was going to be Lindsay if it's not Alyssa.
Oh my
And
God.
Lindsay, I feel bad for her almost because I feel like now everybody's ganging up on her,
Yeah.
you know, where everybody like, we don't like her. So she'll
Eh,
leave her own man.
eh. Even your own man. Okay.
Even her own man.
I
Everybody
can't.
just
Are we finished or are we done? Because she said even your own man don't like you. Right. He don't even want to do it to you no more now. He done said, let's pump the brakes. We didn't have it 3 times today. You be getting drunk too much. I'm gonna need you to calm down.
it really makes me wonder, do y'all think maybe she did something during sex? You know, like he may have had a romantic date in mind, but then you did something, drunk
Mhm.
girl, 4 bottles of wine in. And so then he's
3.
like, 3. Okay, 3.
God, make
Get
it
her.
sound like a lush.
Well, there's at least 4 glasses in one bottle
And then
of
one
wine.
bottle. Mm-hmm.
4 times 3. That's a lot of wine.
That's 12 glasses. Maybe it was
Mm.
Boone's Farms.
Girl,
That's even worse. They got more
for
alcohol
real.
content
Well,
than regular wine. Cheap wine always has more alcohol.
Or
For
Barefoot.
real.
we already knew she was a
Worse.
champion drinker because for her to drink as
A
much as she did
champion
on her
drinker. I like that.
on her wedding day, and then had the long day that she had at the wedding, and then to
Yeah.
walk around Boston until 3 o'clock in the morning and not be passed out, you're
Yeah.
functioning.
Mm.
So we already know because 3 bottles, I would have been passed out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or sick.
Yeah.
Either one. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know,
I
y'all.
feel like all this is coping stuff, though. Like I said, her attitude is like her
Mhm.
defense mechanism. And because when she has her tears, even though she's like in her 30s, I can kind of relate. You know, she's had something happen to her, and it's kind of caused this fake confidence or this confidence issue. And she just, I don't know. I kind of related to some of the emotions that she was having. So I'm thinking something's deeper there with her drinking, and then for her to be acting how she's acting, and then to cry,
Mhm.
playing the victim. Not
No,
saying I excuse it.
right. Even when
Mm.
she said on the after party that it wasn't Elijah wanted to trigger me, even though that's what I said on the show. It was you. You're doing a lot. You just got to be the damn victim. No, heifer. I overdrank. I was around a bunch of people I didn't know. I was uncomfortable. I don't know y'all well enough to know not to cut up. And there it is. Why can't you
Yep.
just say that?
So
And then they didn't even visit that because we would have had to have a conversation. What you mean I triggered you? Let's have this because I'm gonna trigger your ass for real now.
So her inner Karen was coming out, yes,
Mhm.
on the after party. However,
Mhm.
Keisha so eloquently came in, okay,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
was like, okay, Karen, aka Lindsay, let me go ahead and break down to you the dynamics of your actions and how it reflects onto the plight of a Black man.
Mhm.
Okay. So let me take you to school. And she still
Real
didn't get
quick.
it. She still really didn't get it.
She
She
wasn't
cut her
listening.
off and said, "I understand. I fully
Mhm.
relate.
Mm-hmm.
If you fully
And
relate,
even when
then just
Keisha was
sit down."
talking, she still had that little condescending little smirk on her face, like, I know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Exactly. She was not
Mhm.
listening. She was listening to respond. She
Yeah.
was not listening to understand because the first words that you should, when Keisha finished speaking, she should have, she should have sat there and taken a beat. She didn't.
Mhm.
Oh, I already know. I'm well aware. How are you well aware of how to be a black black woman,
Mhm.
ma'am?
Mhm.
How? How are
Mhm.
you well aware? And then I thought that I want to give Katina a little props, a little kudos. When they were talking, when they first started, and she was, talking about, they talked about, Lindsay told her husband that she loved him, right? Mock the shock. And running on the boat. And she was like, oh, yeah, you did that. She was conversing with her. So I'm thinking
Mhm.
they're back cool. But then it still came out that they're not cool. But then did y'all hear when Lindsay said, oh my God, that's why I love Elijah Wan?
No, she said, I love you. She's like, that's why I love you, Katina.
She
Yeah.
said that's why Elijah Wan's my favorite. Well, no, yeah, but she said that's why Elijah Wan's my favorite. Remember after he got off and I was like,
She looked like she was trying too hard.
She
thank
was.
you, Miss
She
Lori.
was.
And then when Keisha said, well, how are you guys? Oh, well, I can be cordial, obviously. I said, oh, oh, so y'all
Mhm.
not cool. But let me tell
Mm-mm.
you why. Well, you triggered me actually. Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you why. Because now it's not his fight anymore. It's mine. I
Mhm.
was like, oh.
Yeah, Lindsay, I can't wait for her IG page to open up. I bet you we're gonna find a BLM post on there.
duh,
Mhm.
stop it.
It better be from a year old. She better learn how to backdate that shit. It better not be nothing. It better not be nothing new. They gonna roast her. It better be old. She better talk to Zuckerberg and them and find out how to backdate it.
Not backdated. I can't.
Yes,
I
because if it's
cannot.
anything new, she getting roasted, and you
Yep.
know she getting roasted.
So does the show close down their Instagrams?
Yep.
Okay.
All social media.
Well, except for Lindsay, showing shit was reaching out to everybody on their social media. She was on.
Yeah.
She went on an apology tour in somebody's social media. She done got blocked. I was like, clearly during the show, their social media is active because
Mhm.
while they're recording, because she
Yeah.
all up in everybody's social media.
Yeah.
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 I'm sorry, I want to say something. I was thinking about Miss Lori.
Mm.
So 2 people are coming up next week, Chris and what did we say, Lindsay again?
Yeah.
What about if the next week after that it's gonna be only Alyssa so that we can all hear her say, oh no, maybe it was supposed to be Alyssa, but she won't come back. But no, they wouldn't have had Chris on there with
They
Alyssa. They
wouldn't
don't
have
have the
Chris on
couples on
there.
there. But maybe since it's only 2 people coming, maybe it's gonna be just one. Maybe she is gonna finally come and speak her story or whatever, and they're gonna talk about why she decided to stay. Because I'm a good person, so I decided to stay and continue with the show, and get my money. I mean, and
Yeah. Get my fame, get my money. It's but
Did they
maybe
confirm that
there's
they're
gonna
paid?
be
hmm?
what do you
Didn't Gil confirm that they're paid?
I don't know. Are they paid?
Yeah, they paid. We know, we learned that from Chris. That's when I found out they
What
was
they
paid.
get?
They get like, I don't know, it's like a little stipend or whatever. I mean,
Well,
it's
I'm
not
sure
nothing
that
to
they
pay like all
probably,
your bills, but
yeah, they probably get something, especially for the time that they're away from work, to kind of compensate something because they go back to regular life,
and
something.
they have to be on the bill and they have to be on the schedule.
Mhm.
Of what's that called? A filming schedule.
So I wonder, like, do they have to put up anything? Because, like, you get a whole ass free wedding honeymoon.
No, they don't that. Now that he did confirm that. Like they pay for all the dates, they pay for any excursions, they pay for the parties, just like they do on any other reality TV show. If you want me to entertain or you want, me to have an event or something to do, they pay for that for sure.
But what about living expenses? Like
Well, I
They
apartments?
definitely, yeah.
They pay for that?
Because I'm still paying my regular rent. So you're gonna
Oh,
pay for this
okay.
rent over here.
Yeah.
And then that's what makes me wonder, is there other money outside of that? Like, is there something you get outside
They
of
get a stipend. I found
yeah, but
that we found that out from
yeah.
Chris.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I need to look into it. The stuff that I had was old data. Old data was they had to pretty much pay for everything. And if you remember earlier on, they all were not in the same like apartment complex or like
Mhm.
living
Right.
situation. So
They had to look for their own house.
they had to look for their
Mhm.
own and
I
stuff.
always think about Shanice and Jackie. Mhm.
Yeah. And
I always think about
so,
those people here in Atlanta that bought that big old house. It looked like it was in Buckhead. Remember that couple? I
oh
love
yeah,
that house.
yeah, that was a nice house. That was Trey and Vanessa.
No, Trey and
No, that house
Vanessa,
was
they
nice
had the
too.
ranch style home. I remember that because I was like, "Ooh, I
I
The
like
could
other
that
live
people
one.
had
there."
like an old like
Yeah, it was
plantation
like an old
something.
plantation style. That
Oh,
was
okay. That was
David
David.
and I can't
The
remember
girl
her
didn't like
name.
him, whoever
Yeah.
it was.
She was Alyssa part one. She was the
Yeah.
original Alyssa.
But so now they're all in the same apartment complex, which I think makes it also easier for production. So I think they pay for that because production also has to also have room or space or
Yep.
whatever. So I think they get free housing for this, a stipend, and then the honeymoon, and I think the wedding. But I think they still have to pay. Do they still have to pay for the rings?
I was about to say, because them
I
little
don't think so. I
bussy
think they
ass
get them little
rings.
chinky rings, them old chinchy little rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
get
only showed one season where the
one
men had
season.
to buy their own
Yeah.
rings.
Yep.
But remember, they took
I-
them. They took them and they showed them like these were the rings. They gave them that little thing, like they had a range. That's how we kind of know, like, okay, this is the range that they're gonna pay for y'all. Remember?
hmm
Because they gave them that one little set and was like, all right, these are the rings that you guys choose from. Y'all don't remember that one?
I do remember that. I do remember that. And I remember the one guy who was he a fireman? I keep trying to make everybody a fireman. But the
Ryan.
one he worked a lot and he bought
Yeah,
a bigger
Ryan.
ring.
Ryan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was David and Ashley.
David and Ashley. That dim down A's. Yeah. Oh no. It'll be interesting. We'll see. I'm over them in this damn honeymoon. I need y'all to go home. This is
Please.
kind of the reason why I wanted to wait a little bit to come back and do the recaps because the honeymoons are long and drawn out.
Yeah, but we needed to talk about this.
Yeah, we did need to talk about it, but I hope that next week's episode lives up to this week's. Because I'm like, are we gonna be talking about the same thing? Like, I don't know. Since Katina gonna be getting pissed off on a horse that she didn't want to ride.
Elijah don't know how to talk to people with his little crazy self. Oh.
Is it another test?
You gonna test me too so damn much you're gonna find yourself alone.
Do you know how to ride a stallion? That's the test.
Lori, I have officially put you on the Hall of Fame. And on that note, we are done. Y'all done rubbed off on Lori. Lord Jesus. Lord, thank y'all for checking in with us for yet another week. Definitely leave your comments, share your thoughts and ideas of what's to come in the coming episodes or coming season. Definitely check us out right here on YouTube, Pop Break TV, as well as popbreak.com and all other social media platforms under Live, Laugh, and Lovey. All righty, y'all. I will talk to y'all next week. Bye.